Okay, so let's say I'm seeing all of you, and then I don't come into any judgment. Instead, I will take it as a 32 parts of the body, and really I make that. It's not by intellectualization. And able to see really, it's a relief because Kamachanda is not there. So without Kamachanda, Vyapada cannot work. So these two going away. Anyway, Visikiccha has already gone because I believe in the Buddha Dhamma. Then Udacha Kukucha is not there because I'm able to see what happens when I really see it. See it in the sense that when I see the Dhamma, the mind becomes calm. So it's not agitated, it's not in a very restless manner. So when it is not restless, I don't have to get into a remote situation of, oh my goodness, what should I do and all that. I have done this in the past, I am doing this, I shouldn't have said this to that person, I shouldn't have done this, etc. So I have cornered it. Only thing which might still cause discomfort or an obstacle is Tinamida, sloth and torpor. This one thing with the 10 kusala, if I were to do, it immediately stops everything. So even though I don't really have to sit like this, closing the eyes and doing that, still using panya, wisdom, I can be nibbana. So Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Panya is the last, Samadhi is the middle, Sila is the beginning. If I establish Sila and then the Samadhi to a good level, then Panya becomes automatic, meaning I can experience Nibbana here and now without having to worry over anything.
So it means when I ignore everything, what appear, that's it.
Yes.
When I may.
Yes. So it's all about nimitta. So the one thing we need to know why Buddha, in many suttas, he talks about nimitta. And we have covered many of it. So nimitta means symbol. I was telling one guy who lives in California, and today we were discussing about it, and he was asking me about Ānāpānasatikatha, which is also listening as we are discussing, and he listens it next day. What he was saying is that, how do I know this is touching the nose? And what do you mean by touching? So I was telling him that if I call your name, don't you feel that you are that person? So let's say people call my name Vilas, and there can be 2 Vilas. But if they don't tell my last name and they only call Vilas, 2 Vilas, then they will turn back. I will also turn back, that other person also turns back. And then let's say there's a guy with a different last name and I am having a different last name. Then that other person will say that, oh, I'm sorry, it's not for you. I was asking about this last name. And even though the first name is the same, that person will move ahead. And that is the nimitta, symbol. So the name is a symbol for this body. This whole body, to recognize, you have a symbol. So if I say oven, it's not a person who is coming. The body comes and sits in the front. And that's all what's happening. There's no person coming at all. If there are 2 people of the same name, they both will come. Yes, sir, tell me, you called my name. oh, it's not this, it's with last name of so and so. Oh, I'm sorry. And in fact, quite obviously, we say given name. That means the name is not yours. Somebody has given it to you. It's so obvious, but cannot be seen. So if we are able to remove that nimitta, which that symbol of name, instead replace it by the touching of the breath in the nostrils, and I'm able to observe how it is touching, only the touching. I am removing this nimitta and bringing in this nimitta. After some time, this nimitta falls down and this establishes. Okay. And when that establishes, then I am ready to see what this body is made up of. Then I can see the 32 parts of the body. And when I see the 32 parts of the body, the interest goes away. And when the interest goes away, there's nothing that to be possessed. So once that happens, Nibbana is automatic. So there are various ways of coming into Nibbana. Not this, not that. There are so many of them. So many of them. So everything associates itself to Nibbana. So we need to look at what symbol we are making up. So presently the symbol I am making up is that I am Vilas, for sure. Even though the body is coming, there's only body which is coming. There's no Vilas come. There's only the body which is coming. So anytime people call me or ask me or do whatever to with me, this body comes with the mind and stands with a feeling and perception. I feel I am Vilas. I perceive myself to be Vilas. What I need to do is to remove that perception and bring in Ānāpānassati into this perception and feeling, which will now become a symbol, nimitta. So only one symbol I need to have is like the touching of in the nostrils. And to that, if it's touching and going and touching and going and touching and going, just like the tree being cut like that, how much of it is remaining? Very less. So it's diminishing every moment. That brings in fear. And we come to know that in essence, there is nothing in this Vila, absolutely nothing. So the Sakkaya Ditthi will go away, for sure. And then I am established in peace. Not in pieces, but in peace. So the practice here, when we start doing it, we need to observe the breath. Even, and he says while talking, walking and all that, we will come to that later, but at present we can do it with closed eyes. And then keep our body straight and then watch the breath touching and noting down that how many times I have missed it. There is a person, there is a Bhante Vimalaramsi. He does it by 6-hour method. It's also a good one. Okay, and he does it not like this, but his way of achieving Nibbana is through the Brahma Vihara. But that really works. It's very nice. The 6 hours, what he has found out is quite an amazing thing. It's good. So if you watch Vimalaramsi's videos, he is in America. So he's an American and then he does nice videos. In that, if you see, it's the same thing. So he says that observe a happiness moment in your life and bring it up. And keep on observing it while other thoughts are coming, and then you relax them. You Don't go behind the thought. This is also working, and breath also works in this exactly the same way. What you do is you watch it actually touches in the center of your nostril where the bone is. That's the area, a whole area it touches and goes, if you were to observe. Now when I observe, the thought starts to penetrate. I keep my focus only on the breath, touching the nostril, not going along with the breath, nor coming along with out of the breath, just watching it. And then what happens? So there are 6 R's to it. So first of all, I recognize, or rather I remember, then I recognize, then I release, then I relax. Okay. Then I repeat the whole process over and over again. So the relaxation is the primary thing. And even in this sutta, there is a mention of relaxation, wherein you relax. When that Dhamma is coming, you relax by focusing your attention on that breath, not going anywhere. And then you see all Dhammas are coming and going. That will remove everything. So you are in Nibbana. Okay, so let's practice for half an hour. So what you need to do is you put your timer half an hour on your mobile or whatever it is, just because you're sitting for half an hour, not because you have to be worried about half an hour. Now in that half an hour, now you make your attention observation. Don't focus too much, then you will not be able to do it. Just sit in a very relaxed position and watch the breath touching the nostril. Just the touching only. The simile of the saw, where it is cutting the tree, so your breath also will be like cutting the tree. Goes and comes and goes and comes and goes and comes. But you're only looking at the touching, not the how long and how short that is, and how deep it has gone. No, just the touching. And Owen, since it is early in the morning for you and you're feeling yawning, and when you close your eyes, you might go to sleep. So what you need to do is, anyway, you have practiced earlier on the yogic practice, where you can close your eyes and you can bring, or what you can do is, you can first do like this in a clockwise and anti-clockwise, and keep it like this. Then what happens is you will have some feeling here. Then you close your eyes and slightly raise your eyes up slightly, so that you're as though you're watching here, the center of the eyebrow. So then you see, after a few minutes, you'll see a light formed here. Okay, and that is called aloka sanya. That means yesterday we have gone through it. Aloka is light and sanya is perception. So you perceive a light here. With that light, you cannot sleep. So the yawning will stop. Till you get yawning, you pull your earlobes and yawning goes away. It will be very easy and nice to see that it just pulling your earlobes, you will let go of sleep. So there's no sleep. So your yawning will stop. Or drink water. Then again the yawning will stop. But if you're just closing up your eyes and trying to watch the breath, and after a few minutes your head will start to go in the front, or it goes like this. And you might strain your shoulders and the neck portion. Okay, and Preeti, I think you also sometimes yawn a lot, so you can do the same thing, because when you close your eyes, the next tendency is to fall asleep, and that is the biggest hindrance in this closed eyes meditation. The biggest hindrance is you cannot watch the breath. You'll, after some time, it just goes like this. Okay, so now 8:47 now. Put a here in India, so put a half an hour stopwatch or whatever you want to put, and watch the breath touching the nostril area. And when we come back, we will discuss on the impediments or the obstacles or hindrances you have faced. Done? All okay? Okay, let's start then. Okay, so let's now return back and see how's the experience and what are the obstacles we faced. Yeah, I had a little bit of Tinamida. So I was off for 5 minutes without any idea that I had lost my breath. So 5 minutes out of 30 minutes gone. Didn't have any. I was not drooping out, but fully blacked out. So it is Tinamida. So I'm feeling mentally sleepy and physically sleepy, and after that, now it is fine. Anyone would like to share?
I don't really. I know I am coming the breath almost all the time, but the touch is not really seen. It's
Okay.
something between. It's not really touch.
Okay.
It's
See, then you can do one thing. Let us say to feel the breath, you can do 1 or 2 force breathing like this, and then leave it. Then you can see where it is actually touching. That's another strategy to use it. When it becomes very subtle, or it looks like in between, you're not able to say where it is touching, then you can use this. Then not for long, you don't have to use the forced breath for long. Let's say I'm not able to feel it, I can do it like this and stop. The next breath, when I am breathing, it exactly fits into the center of this bone. And it will be like exactly like somebody is taken a tree and cutting it off. It's just in and out, in and out, and then you can see the long breath and a short breath, or long as long. So then you will know I am breathing long and I'm breathing short. So automatically first it will be long like this, and then it slowly becomes short and very short and very short, and as though there is nothing you are moving. That's how it would be. And when that happens, if the attention is not there on the nostril, the mind will go to sleep. And that's the danger. That's the only danger you have in this. Okay. So all other people okay? So they are able to manage for half an hour?
For me, paying attention to the forehead area, like it really cured the sleepiness for sure. But then I started to get, I'm not even sure, I guess this would be restlessness. It would just feel like my mind loses focus and drifts into random thoughts.
Right.
You know, like I couldn't even explain what they are, just random fragments of ideas and things through past days and things like that.
Yeah, that's so when you are in restlessness, what to do would be the question. Then you need to stop watching the breath at that time and bring in something on Dhamma, so that it can pacify that. Meaning, I can even do a recitation like Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. When I do that, uttering like this, and the restlessness goes away. Udacha will not be there. And something else will come. So that can be Kama Chandar, Vyapada, or whatever it is. So restlessness will not be there. So we have to use a strategy, appropriate strategy to cut each one of them. And I have a subtle restlessness, just like what you explained, that you have very fragmented random thoughts and it's not going at all. And then what you need to do is the most what I can say, the most profound one, the best one, as in the Girimananda Sutta, is Etan Santan Etan Panitan. You can use that. It immediately cuts. Three rounds, it just cuts. So what I can do now is that I can sit and the random thoughts are some object coming and we are going. So now, instead of opening up the eyes, which is what I should have done, what I can do is that I don't have to investigate into the Dhamma. What I can do is that I can say Etan Santan Etan Panitan Yadidam Sabba Sankhara Samuto, like that. If I do it, and then it stops. And if it is kukucha, this is even more worse, that you get random thoughts of feeling remorse, guilty feeling. Let's say some time ago I had spoken a lie and that comes up. So now I'm telling lies and somebody's asking me, why are you telling this lie? Then I say, I'm very sorry, I haven't spoken lie, or something like that. Now this is kukucha. More, it's like, just a fragmented thing which is just playing around. Then when I have this remorse, what I need to do is just open up the eyes a bit, like half open, half closed, like this, and pass forgiveness to everyone. And you forgive yourself and you also forgive everyone. Okay, and then it stops. So each individual strategy is going to help us in this. So we have 8 hindrances and 8 that removes the hindrance. Avijja, and then we have the Tasa Akusala also as a hindrance other than these 5. So for the Avijja, and what we need to do is that Vijja is the answer, Panya is the answer. So what we need to do is we need to look at Ahara, the food. The very simple thing you need to do is that now you look at the food what you're giving into the mind. So there is a food and it is being consumed. So tanha samudayo, ahara samudayo, tanha nirodho, ahara nirodho. That means when the craving comes in, it comes with food. And the craving is not there, there is no food. Just these 2 lines. Just 2 lines. And you watch, everything is ahara. So you can see that, okay, seeing through the eyes, there's food. Hearing is a food. Tasting is a food. Smelling is a food. Touching is a food. And like that. Once you start watching it, the avijja goes away. For watching the breath. So all of these are obstacles for watching the breath, touching the nostril. Then stop, relax, open up your eyes and relax. Just see everywhere like this, comfortably. Then close your eyes and you should be comfortably able to watch it without any distraction. So we keep on doing that all the time. As and when we get that hindrances, we keep on actually studying it so that we don't what we can say, we don't miss it. And the last one, which is the most subtle of the hindrance, is arati, is dissatisfaction. Generally, boredom is what we enter into. Of everything we do, we get into boredom. You have to check if the work is boring, eating is boring, everything gets into a boredom activity because it is a repetitive thing, and then you will not get satisfaction. Now here you need to bring in excitement. If you don't bring in excitement, you'll always feel dissatisfied of everything you do, including this watching the breath. You feel there's something wrong in this, and it goes back to Visikiccha. So then you lose it. So you have to, or let us say it's happening to me that I'm getting dissatisfied, then I need to bring in excitement. So I need to mentally state that I should be able to do it, and I can do it. It's easy. So then the energy starts. So as we go down in this, Sariputta talks about 5 indriyas. So you have to balance the indriyas. I'm bringing it right now because I want you to try it out. So when you have, there are 5 indriyas. So first let us go through those indriyas. So one is a saddha, which means faith. Then you have virya, which is energy. Then the sati is mindfulness or remembrance. Then samadhi is staying in a equanimous state, and panya is wisdom. So these are the 5 indriyas. Now in these 5 indriyas, there are a couple like this. It's coupled up, and sati is the center. Okay? Remembrance is the center, or mindfulness is the center. So we have saddha and virya as one set, samadhi and panya as another set. So what Sariputta recommends is that we need to keep on checking which one will become predominant. Sometimes we have too much of energy, and sometimes there is no energy. Sometimes we have too much of saddha, sometimes we don't have saddha at all, meaning that we don't have faith at all. Then sometimes we are in samadhi, but then if you go too deep into samadhi, then you get into sleepiness because there is no virya. So virya and samadhi goes together, and then the saddha and panya goes together. Whereas this guy, remembrance, sati, is which centers these 2 or these 4. Grouping is if I have saddha, panya, samadhi, virya. Too much of force will make it restless. So samadhi cannot be attained. No force at all or no energy at all, it makes it restless, it makes it sleepy. So when I say I'm restless, I couldn't, like Owen, when you said that I had these random thoughts, it means that you're putting too much of energy onto it to do it. I mean, you're trying to force fit to see how the breath is going. So it's like a candle, and we keep on shaking it, and that it cannot stand at one place. Or there's no energy at all. Let's say I'm not putting any energy at all. It slows down so much that there is totally sleepiness. Now saddha, this is a thing which will give a lot of problems because I need to have faith in Sariputta. Sometimes it doesn't happen because when I read it, I don't understand. And then I doubt whether this is going to be good, this is not going to work. And then I do it. So the faith is not there and the panya will not come. The wisdom will not come. So I cannot really see what is he trying to say. That is, that knowledge, what I'm supposed to get, will not happen. So how do I balance it? The balancing it is the center one, which is sati. So Mahasatipatthana Sutta or any Satipatthana is the one which is going to bring in that equanimity between these two pairs. And when the indriyas are balanced, you can stick to this nostril breathing for a long period of time. So what Buddha did is to replace the 5 senses, that is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, into the 5 indriyas of Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. He replaced it. So this becomes more easier to accomplish because it leads to Bojjhanga. So when I really don't know what is happening on the eye or the ear or the nose and tongue and all that, it's very confusing, and the objects which are coming and eyes going to take those objects, what I can do is I can replace that by these 5. So I have Saddha in the Buddha Dhamma. That helps me to get the Panya, for sure, because I can do the Dhamma Vichaya. So when I investigate the Dhamma, that is the teaching, so these two are connected now. And then I have these 2 guys, which is the Samadhi, and you have Virya. Energy versus bringing equanimity. So it has to be balanced. So these 2 balancing together through this guy, which is the Sati, awareness, aware of whether Saddha is high, Panya is there, no Panya. Saddha, increases Saddha so that a Panya comes, and then put the Virya and Samadhi accordingly. All the 4 will come together at a particular place, and then you are in Sati. When you are in Sati, this will start to work. So now you are completely absorbed in this. That's the way to break it. Break the 5 hindrances, or rather 8 hindrances, and 8 aid with 5 indriyas. So you can try it, and then again we meet tomorrow, and what we do is we go further on how to watch the breath step by step. And now when you watch this, what happens, and when you watch that, what happens, and we do it as a practice. So try it out during your day, Owen, and it's afternoon or almost like an evening for Richard. For us in India, we are almost closing time, so tomorrow morning or in the night while sleeping we can do it, or tomorrow morning you can do for half an hour, 1 hour, and see and note, make a note of what are the hindrances out of 8 hindrances, and try to see. Anyway, I've shared you that link of that Ānāpānasatikatha, the starting portion. Just go through it and see what you can do with that, how you can apply. And when we meet up, we can discuss on that and then move forward. Would that be a good plan for tomorrow? Okay, fine then. Good night and good day, Owen, and good evening, Richard, and we'll meet tomorrow. Namo Buddhaya. Thank you so much. Yeah, bye.
Namo Buddha.
Yep, Namo Buddhaya. Bye.